Hi guys, Aceface back with another video for you. Today this is the next update on my Nid Knight. So, done quite a lot of work on him, which you might not have, you can't see that much on it, but actually there's quite a lot because I've made a lot of changes to him. So, I completely took the upper torso part away. I cut down the ribs to kind of make him a little bit more dynamic and not so chubby down here. Smooth down all the green stuff on his chest, position these spikes, which kind of breaks up just the blank stuff, because I was originally going to do a continuation of the ribs, but my green stuff skills just not up to that, so you know, you have to sort of go to what you can deal with. So I smoothed it all down and put the spikes in place, but actually I quite like them. I've still got more work on this piece down here to smooth out and clean up all the green stuff around here. I've put this kind of little adrenal gland in this spot, so kind of it filled a gap, and I think it'll look alright once it's all sort of all kind of finished off and smoothed down. You can see here, bulked out the legs, so they look a bit more beefy. Quite happy with them. Still a little bit of work just to kind of tidy them up a little bit, but you know, they're more or less there. You know, I think you kind of get the impression, and actually, you know, it looks about right. It doesn't look so gangly, so quite happy with how they work, and they kind of fit straight into the sort of the gland bit that goes across there, so it works quite nicely. So you can see here again, all needs cleaning up, but basically I've done the shaping, so it sort of shapes in and then goes out, and that's kind of a similar sort of shape that you get on like a Carnifex or a Tervagon. They go to that sort of style, go in, same Tyrant, they go in and then go out. So quite happy with the shaping of it, just need to kind of clean it up a little bit. And then what you can probably see here is the biggest change is I kind of went for this style. It's a bit nurgly, to be fair, but I'm hoping once I kind of paint it all up in the kind of like the greens that I use in my colour scheme, it's going to look quite effective. The thinking behind it is it's almost like that kind of brain sort of style that you get on a Zoanthrope or something like that. But I just, rather than just kind of trying to be very clever with sculpting shapes and what have you in the green stuff, which again I just don't think I'm quite up to that standard, I thought by laying down these kind of tiny little like worm stroke sort of like little bio creatures, if you like, I think it kind of fits, it joins everything up quite nicely. I think it's going to give a really effective look. As we turn it around, you can kind of see as they kind of join in there, join across down to that part, and actually, I mean, please do, I mean, as I said, let me know, but I actually really quite like it. I think it gives a little bit of extra detail, and I think once it's painted it's going to look very effective. So I've carried on green stuffing around here, kind of getting the shape in that I want. Again, lots more tidying up to do and cleaning up, but the shape is almost as I want it, so I'm almost sort of happy with sort of the shaping of him. So if I can stand him up, I'll give you an idea of sort of. So hopefully you can see now in regards to that from when you saw my last video, he looks in proportions right now. His legs are a bit more meaty, his torso is not so flabby and you know, and out of proportion. I'm really pleased with actually the kind of the general sort of shape of him. Let's just turn around and you'll get an idea of what I mean from the back. Again, I just think that's going to work nicely, just the detail of the kind of brain matter strokes of glowing biomatter on his back. I think it's going to work well. You see his legs there again, sort of nice and beefy around the back, don't look so out of proportion. So that's the main body of the guy. Still quite well, still loads of work on that, just tidying up and getting the effect. Just so you can kind of see a sort of size proportion, I've got a Demon Prince, little plug here. This is the Demon Prince that you could win if you enter Mike Scott's 100 subs competition, so I'll put the link down below. Go and check that out and get an opportunity to win this guy really easily, because he's up for grabs. But anyway, as you can see here, that's the size. So this guy is huge. He should stand even slightly taller than a knight. So he is sort of a Wraith Knight type size, but obviously a lot more beefier. So that's kind of the body as such. Let's position this down again. I can show you some more stuff. So here is the bio sword, or I'm not sure what I'm calling it yet. Giant saber, I don't know, but I am chuffed to bits with how this is going to come on. Really pleased. You would have seen in my last update, sort of, I got the plaster card and I'd shaped it all up, but obviously I had no green stuff at the time. So since then I've gone back in, I've green stuffed it, I've put little kind of funny little details and just the sort of marks and holes that you get on Tyranid stuff. Just so obviously, again, standard of green stuff's not awesome, but I mean, I think once it's painted it's going to have that effect. Again, you have lots of Tyranid stuff with like little eyes and whatever, so I put that in there. It kind of matches onto this one here. It's all kind of blended in. Same with the tubes that go into it. They're going to nicely blend in there. I put these 3 adrenal glands on there because obviously this biosword is so big, it almost needs extra information from the hive mind. So that's what I've kind of put in there, and it breaks up this blank space here. So I think they're going to look pretty cool. So that's the sword. But yeah, chuffed to bits with how that's come out. Really pleased. So I can't wait to get this on the model. And what else have I done? So I had I think you might have seen it actually, I probably showed it to you in the last video, but just in case, here we go, because I've done a little bit of work on it. So this was the knight. I've just knocked over the knight. He's fine, panic over. Yeah, so I got this base. This is like my knight size base, and I've primed it, but then after that I've added a little bit extra detail because I wanted to make it a bit more niddy. So I've kind of used these pistachio nuts to use as like little eggs, and I've got like a ripper popping out of that one. So I think once that's kind of once that's sprayed up and painted, that will look quite effective in the scene. So let's just plop that down a second and pop him kind of on there so you get an idea of how he will look. There we go. So see there, so he sits on there quite nicely. So yeah, so really pleased with kind of how he's coming on so far. The next stage will be more clean up on the body and the legs, just kind of making things a little bit more seamless, and just like a little bit of detail work on the torso side of things. Then after that, I'm waiting for some toy alien arms to come through. Because the standard arms that I had for the turf gun were just too small, and I think I'd have trouble bulking them out too much. So I've found on eBay a couple of alien models that I'm going to try to see whether using some green stuff I can kind of mould them in, and they'll look like much more the right kind of proportions, and then use them to connect onto both the gun and the sword. So that's the thinking behind that. And then we'll be getting quite close to where I want to be. So yeah, he's coming on well. Really pleased with him. Got any other ideas, any things that I could kind of change or things that could improve, then please do chuck them in the comments below. It'd be good to hear if you've got any ideas, because this is still very much a work in progress. But until the next video, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.